What's going on, everybody? DjGoHam here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to something a little bit different. Today we've got a vlog for you, but not only just a normal vlog, we got like a Linus Tech Tips thing going on, DJ Tech Tips today. What I've got is we have our FSNews computer behind us. Really great computer. It was built in late October 2018. It's got still really good equipment in it. I've got a 2700X from AMD. We got an X470 motherboard in there, 32 gigs of RAM. I have a GTX 1070, which is good, but I've got some projects coming up where I need to do 4K. And a 1070 is not going to do 4K. However, an RTX 2070 Super might be a little bit better. Now, I didn't go with anything bigger because guess what? This was my spare GPU. This is sitting in my storage area. We still have the 2080 Ti in the gaming rig, but the gaming rig won't do 4K because the screens only go up to 1440. Now, I could scale it and then drop the resolution, that kind of thing, but I don't want that. I want true 4K that I can work with. So, we're going to be taking this computer and changing it from a 1080p only to a 4K gaming, barely. Hopefully on high settings. We're going to find that out today because we're going to go through all the settings once we get this done. So, let's jump right into it. First up, we need to open this bad boy. So, let's go ahead and void that send back warranty. Boom. There's one. And two. Nice. Oh, brand new, baby. Oh yeah. And I need more power inputs for the GPU. I didn't think about that. This just got a whole lot more in depth. Yay! Well, we've got our graphics card here. Nice, beautiful RTX 2070 Super. We'll go through and make sure there's nothing in here that we need, anything like that. Yeah, it's just a connection for a DVI. So, here's the thing. It might be a little noisy, but so this is what we've got right here. We've got multiple power inputs. We've got an 8-pin and a 6-pin. Well, the 2070, I think, only has a 6 or an 8-pin connector. So we're going to have to use multiple connectors to get this to work. It's not going to be a problem. We're just going to have to do it. So let's jump over to it. So now we've got to get this guy out. I've got a whole bunch of stuff under here that is just all over the place. I didn't do the best at not unorganizing this area, if that makes any sense. It's kind of a train wreck under here, and I'm not 100% proud of it, but it is what it is. So, can't really change anything now, but we will be able to clean this up once it's all done. Now, another thing I'll need to do is cut power and remove the power cable, or else we're going to have a whole lot of fun going zip, zap, zip. Alright, that's that. That's good. Get the Wi-Fi extender taken off. And I think, yep, that's it. Sweet. Let's get it on the table and let's get it taken apart. Alright, so now that we've got the computer here, first thing I'm going to do is throw a little bit of a duster around, because if I don't, Richard Dower is going to hate me. So, there you go. It's dusted. Now, we're going to very gently, also I'm not a pro computer builder, I just know what works for me. So, yeah. We're going to go in here. I'm going to take off the outside panel to start with. Also, if you guys want, become a channel member. Link in the description below. Join the GoHam fam. We're actually streaming right now. Say what up? Oh, well, my camera's doing weird stuff. Actually streaming right now with channel members, which is super, super cool. Need to adjust that so they can see what's going on. There we go. So now this is good. We're just going to take this. I've got a couch behind me. Easy, just set it there. Now, someone had asked in my live stream a second ago if I was using any ground straps. No, I'm not. Do you need them? Probably. I think we'll be fine though. This thing is filthy though. This thing is real. Woo! Richard Dowers is gonna be so happy I did this. It has been a hot minute since I opened this up. Is literally. We'll come back to this in a second. Shoo! That's a whole lot of whatever it is in the air. Man! Alright. Alright, so now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and remove the power from the graphics card. And I'm seeing right here, I do have extra plugs, so I might just use this cord. Cooler Master does something really cool, and they send you a power cord that goes to your graphics card that will... It has 2 plugs. Now, I'm not sure if you're supposed to use them, but we're going to use them today. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's go in here. Let's get our appropriate screwdriver, and we're going to go ahead and get this 1070 out. Once you've got everything unscrewed, then we're going to find the piece that locks. Like I said, it's not a pro computer builder. I don't know what it's called. Sorry, not sorry. And then, nice and easy, pull it right out. And there we have our graphics card. I'm going to go ahead and just give this a little bit of a once-over here, just to get anything loose off, because this is actually going to go into storage. So I'm not going to be doing anything with this anymore. I think this graphics card has seen its day, and it has worked very, very hard. But unfortunately, it now gets to go die. Sure, yep, that thing. Next. Just a little bit more once over, getting everything nice and clean. There you go. Like I said, this computer doesn't come out much, so filthy. Ooh, that is nasty. Yikes. That is icky. Going through, I'm trying to think if I've got any extra fans to do RGB. So I've got one 140 millimeter that I know of. And I've got some extra 120s. The problem is the extra 120s are going in the new PC build that I'll be doing here in a couple months. So make sure you stay tuned to that. I've already purchased some of the parts, which most people will tell you not to do. And I highly recommend listening to those people. But I wanted what I wanted, so there you go. All right, now let's get our new graphics card, new GPU out. I'll put it back in the box so we could... Oh, one more time. There's that. Now let's get the peel. Woo! Look out! Now we're done here. Now let's double check, make sure everything's good. It is ready to go in. And we gotta double check, make sure everything's lined up perfectly. It is. And it snaps right in. Nice and easy. Now, I do have another capture card. And while this is open, I'm going to go ahead and put that capture card in here. We've got the 4K 60 Pro. Now, I have the 4K 60 Pro Mark II in my current gaming rig, but something like this is nice to have just in case you need to record something. So we're going to go ahead and take this, maybe dust this out a little bit. It's been in storage for a little bit. There we go. Definitely doesn't hurt to kind of give it the once over. There we go. So that's good there. We're going to go ahead and install this first. We need to take off one of our covers here. Super technical terms. Now that that's out, we can place our recording card in here. Do need to make sure that this is open. Yes. I'm placing it in the next to the top one right here. This should be plenty of clearance for our RTX to air and flow and, you know, technical terms. So we've got that in. That's good. Graphics cards can sometimes sag a little bit. So one of the things that I found that works good for me is right before I put it in, I'll actually push up just a little bit. Not enough to damage anything. I mean, the computer's going to be fine. But just enough to where it kind of offsets some of that sagging later on down the road. It just helps it a little bit. Jay's 2 Cents has a really good video on graphics cards sag. So go check that out. He does a really good job of showing off some other ways to fix it just by like a little piece. Works great, and I love it. So there's one, and number two. There's that. Now, here's the thing that I'm not quite sure, actually, if this is going to work or not. So we're going to find, I mean, I'm sure it'll work. I'm just not sure if this is the way I'm supposed to be doing it. We're going to take that, put that there. See, we got this right here, and it should work. Should, hypothetically, just by, you know, plugging in like this. So that's what we're going to try, and we're going to see. So we're going to plug in the, how about we do it like this? We're going to plug in the 6-pin first, and then we're going to plug in the 8-pin after that. Make sure everything's nice and snug. You don't want it coming out. And then I'm assuming that that is everything that I need to do. If it doesn't work, we'll come back and we'll revisit it. But I think we're probably okay. The GP or the PSU, the power, it's pretty. It's a 650 watt. It should be enough to power this entire system. It's not crazy demanding, so we should be all good there. We'll give it just a once over, a little bit more with the duster, and then we'll be ready to test this out and see if it actually works. So the moment of truth. If we put all that together, it's back. We've got it down there, but is it going to turn on? Turns on. We've got the GeForce logo. We've got the Elgato logo. And we've got a bunch of lights in our face. Which monitor? Oh, we've got a monitor over there. Oh man, I was gonna go into the boot menu. That's all right. Let's get everything set up. We'll get screen capture going. I need to go update all my drivers real quick just to make sure everything's rocking and rolling. 2070 and 1070 are supposed to use the same drivers. We'll see if that's true or not. Mine were up to date. They may not be now. We're about to find out. But we're going to update all that. We're going to turn screen capture on, and I'm going to show you guys how everything looks. And if all goes to plan, this entire video will be 4K because I've been recording in 4K 30 this whole time. So that's exactly why we're going to run 4K. So leave me alone. And we're in. We've got everything done that we need to do. All the drivers have been installed. We're loaded up farm sims. Actually, my second time recording this. Kind of messed something up a little bit. It's their fault. They've taught me into it. Sorry, love you. Yeah. So, where are we at? What have we got going on? Well, we're in farm sim. And if we go into options, I'm going to show you what my settings are. I'm probably pushing this a little bit much. So, yeah, I'm forcing the computer to do more than it should. But we're in max settings right now. In advanced settings, I literally have every single thing cranked up to the max. I want the best settings that I could possibly get. Probably wouldn't be a bad thing to drop some of these things that are like 200%, maybe down to 100%. That's where consoles play at, is everything's at 100%. But I think I can get away with not. So we've got that. As far as settings go, now if I bring you guys up right here, let's take the camera off just so you guys aren't freaking out about my big face. Boop, there we go. So now if we go into settings here, we can take a look and I'll see if I can make this any larger just so you don't have to keep watching the stuff in the background. So we've got this right here, right? If I go into video, you can see we're running everything at 4K, sharpen scaling 30, all that good stuff right there. If we go into video, or output rather, we go into recording, you can see we're using the NVENC New. I did try to go with X264, and you will not believe how much problems I had with that. My CPU was literally running at like 100%. So one thing is I am running a control bitrate at 50,000. YouTube recommends that if you're doing 4K 60 video, that you give it, I think it was somewhere around like 20 or 30 all the way up through 51,000. I was like, well, 50,000 would be perfect for me there. Keyframe interval 2, preset quality max, profile main, which I may try to boost that back up. I have look ahead and visual psychovisual tuning turned off. I've never had good luck with those on AMD. Maybe you guys work better with them. Let me know. GPU at 0, max B frames at 2. So that is all that. That is good. And if we drag this back over, of course, you can see everything going on rock and roll and having a good time. We are also going to be using game capture. We're not going to be using anything, not going to be using screen capture like we are right now. We're going to be using game capture. Game capture is so much easier and so much better on your computer. So we're going to go in, we're going to load up. I'm going to go into just a random save here. So we're going to go into save game 5, Raven port, do all that. I'm going to turn all the mods off. You can kind of get into problems sometimes, especially running so much stuff like we are right now. With all these extra mods turned on. So let's find Easy Dev, which I think I've passed about 4 or 5 times at this point. There she is. We'll turn that on only just in case we need to do something in game. But most part, we're in 4K, 60 FPS. This is gonna look good. And here we are. This is it. Now, I will tell you, whenever you start in a game save, it can be a little bit jumpy and skippy and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to judge it quite yet. I'm just going to kind of sit around, wait, let the map load itself, let it do its thing. You can see definitely there is a lot of skipped frames right now on the recording. But slowly but surely, it'll get a little bit better and a little bit better. I'm actually going to end the recording and restart the recording and see if that helps us any. So now what I've done is I have changed up a few settings. We've gone from the max quality setting down 1, and I actually find this interesting. I didn't change anything, and in the previous recordings, it actually didn't look that bad. But I gotta be honest with you, right now, this is pretty hot garbage. This is not great at all. So I'm going to go back through, see if I can find a couple other settings maybe that'll help me out a little bit. My CPU is running great. That's the GPU that's kind of having a field day right now. So we're going to take a look and see if there's anything we can help with that. So I've changed up my encoder just a little bit. You could tell, well, what it didn't do is help any. Not one bit. So what I'm going to do is we're going to jump out. We're going to go change some settings in the main menu, see if I can get this down a little bit. And if not, we might actually have to change the resolution scaling a little bit to scale up to a like a 4K, but we're really playing in 1440 or something like that. We'll take a look and see. It doesn't, I mean, it looks phenomenal, but I would much rather have smooth gameplay over jittery recordings. All right, so we're out of the game. We're going to go into settings, and we're going to change a few things around to hopefully make things a bit easier on ourselves. So one of the things I'm going to do, you can already see this has changed a few things for me already. Light quality, I'm going to pump that up to very high again, but draw distances, I'm going to bring all of these down. Anything that is like a big max number or whatever, I'm going to bring these to 100. So there's that. Max mirrors, we can bring this all the way up. It's not going to hurt anybody. Texture filtering, I'm going to change that. I really want to keep that at 16. Try and keep that at 16. Try everything that can be at a high. I'm going to try and keep it a high, except for draw distances. We'll try and keep everything at 100 because at the end of the day, I don't think I'm going to be doing much recording this. It's for a project. Realistic beacons on, please. Texture scaling, good. Max shadows, very nice. Shadow quality, very good. And then we're going to take up the LOD distance right here to 100 and max tire tracks. Tire tracks really isn't that bad. It's just extra memory that the computer has to deal with. So there's that. We've hit apply. A little bump up at the bottom, and it's gone. Great, it broke it. So we're going to take these settings. We're going to put them in the game, and we're going to see if this makes it any better or if it's still just a dumpster fire. All right, let's load up and see how bad it is. We've turned everything down, but how's everything gonna look now that that we've turned stuff down? Not bad. Man, I don't know if that's what did it, but it's certainly doing okay. Let's see how everything, oh, yep, there we go. It's the Combine. That's what the problem is. It's a stupid Combine. It's causing all the problems. You know, it's great. It looks good. It looks really good. I mean, it's still as good as it's going to look. I think I might turn my, was it NSO something texturing? It's at 16 right now. We could probably turn that down to 8 and we would still see no difference whatsoever. So we may end up doing that, but I mean, this is pretty smooth, guys. On my screen, on your screen,
it's not terrible. The only thing is the draw distance. So I have draw distance all the way up on the gaming computer, but since we're on FSNews computer, FSNews computer is not really. Oh, there we go. We're getting a little bit of lag going on there. This computer's not made for. Oh, it is. Yep, I was on like Donkey Kong through there. Yeah, it's not really known for gaming. I just need it to get some 4K capture, which should be pretty good, and I need it for some camera work. But otherwise, I'm not crazy unhappy with this. I'm gonna go change that texture settings real quick. We'll see how that looks. Here we go. Last time, let's see, did that change anything? Now, DJ Moose had a great idea, and I am super down. Before we do anything, goodbye Combine. You know what? The header too. The header, I don't like the header. So, how does this look? Honestly, I can't tell a difference in anything. I'm gonna do a little bit of a walk around right here where the Combine was. Still getting some jittering. Can't say I'm impressed. It seems like it's perfect or problematic. And it doesn't really seem like there's anything in between. So it's a lot better more often than not than it is, you know, a little bit of an issue here or there. I think there's some foliage causing some issues through here. Ravenport is not an easy map on your graphics card. Remember, I'm pushing everything pretty darn hard right now, so I'm not surprised at all that this is having issues. So what I'm gonna do is I think we're gonna call it there for today. I'm gonna do a little bit of work off screen, see if I can make this any better, and worst come to worst, I build a new computer. So, there you go. But for now, that's going to be it for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching me struggle bust through literally everything. If you did, make sure you drop a like on the video, get subscribed to the channel, join the GoHam fam. If you are new, make sure you turn your notification bells on as well so that you never miss anything here on the channel, whether it's Farming Simulator or me trying to play Farming Simulator. All being said, I hope you have a great day. We will see you later. Peace!